I really struggled to get out today. I mean, really struggled to get out. And it's because it's summer. And I hate summer photography. Or, that's not true. I hate the idea of summer photography. If you want to know what I mean, watch the rest of the video. Well, one way of telling it's summer is all of the cicadas. They are really noisy at the moment. I hate summer photography, or as I said, I actually hate the idea of it. The problem with summer here is it's hot. I mean, right now it is, what time is it? It's just gone 6 o'clock. Sunset's in 3 hours, 20 minutes. And I've come up to do some exploring and, you know, hopefully get some photos a bit later on. But right now it is scorching, and that makes it really difficult to, you know, exercise, you know, to hike, to carry the gear around. It's just uncomfortable. So that's one reason why I kind of hate the summer. The other reason is this is a tourist area, and although there's not as many tourists this summer, or so far this summer, as we might have seen in previous years because of, you know, the global situation with the virus, I still have to think really carefully about the places that I'm going to go, particularly in the evenings, because a lot of places are busy. Spain is very much an evening country. That's when people are out. Mornings are a bit easier, but the problem with mornings at the moment is just the direction of the sun, which is also a problem, to be honest, in the evenings, because of the geography here and the way that the mountains and everything run down. In the summertime, there's very limited places that actually get decent light at sunrise, and slightly more get it at sunset. So yeah, it's difficult, and I struggled today. Not struggled to come out as such, because I really wanted to come out. I really want to do some photography. I've been looking forward to it. The problem that I find is that I then struggle to know where to go. I start looking at the direction of the sun. I start looking at different places. I start dismissing them because of the fact there's likely to be people there. So in the end, I just decided to come up to the mountain and see what I could do. I'm going to have a walk around. It's pretty up here. As I said, the cicadas are making a load of noise. It's very nice. We've got blue skies, which is not great, but hopefully we can find somewhere to shoot with that. And well, we'll just see what we can do. No real plan as such. We'll just have a look and see what we can find. Oh, just something to mention. I'm not wearing a mask. I will say that in the Valencia region, which is where I am, masks are mandatory if you are outside, even if you can maintain the 1.5 meters distance. But you don't have to wear them in places like this, in sort of like big open natural areas in the countryside, basically, which is sensible. If I was in the town, even if there's nobody else about, I've still got to wear a mask. But that's another good reason to get out of town and come out here. Right, I better get moving on. I've been hiking for about 45 minutes now. It's still very hot. It's got to be at least 30 degrees, probably more than that in direct sunlight. So because of the heat, found a bit of shade Gonna have a rest for 10-15 minutes, just chill out, and then I can move on refreshed. So just walking up here, and I looked across, and I think what I could see was a cicada, sort of quite a greyish, kind of grasshoppery type thing up on the rocks. So I quickly got my macro lens out, tried to get a shot of it, but it jumped away very, very quickly, and I'm not sure that I managed to actually get a shot that was sharp. So then I decided to have a quick go at some of these flowers. There's some sort of white puffy flowers, and I don't know, just breaking the hike up a little bit with a bit of macro photography. If you haven't seen the video that I did, I think it was 2 videos ago, where I talked about this macro lens that I've got, because it's a macro magnifier that you put on another lens. I'll stick a link to that video up there now if you haven't already seen it. Time for another little rest, I think. Whew. Okay, I am now officially shattered. I got part way up the climb and couldn't see a scene that I liked, so I decided to just keep going. And it's now still an hour and 20 minutes before sunset, but actually the light is starting to look really nice, and I've got a gorgeous view from here. What I've got is the valley down here, which is falling into shadow, and then the mountain up there, which has got all light on it. There's all trees down in the valley here. If I can make the composition work, that could look very nice. Either a big frame with you know, a lot of the valley in, or maybe a slightly smaller one. I'm going to get the camera out, see what kind of composition I can find, and get set up. Whew, it is hot. This is one of the reasons why I hate summer photography. Quite difficult to see what I'm doing. My glasses keep steaming up every time I'm trying to look in the camera. I've got a composition set up, 16 to 35 lens at 35 millimeters. What I've got is kind of the darker side, the side of the mountain over here, this ridge over here that's in shadow. On the right hand side at the top, that kind of angles down across. And then we've got the valley, which is also in shadow down the bottom. And then we've got the other peak out there, and the far part of the valley, which has still got light on, all illuminated. Focusing right out on the mountain, there's nothing close enough to worry about needing to focus stack. The nearest thing is probably, I don't know, 100 meters away. The light on the mountain is quite nice. I'm probably going to hang around for a little while and see if it gets better. At the moment, 1/30th of a second. So we'll take that and see what it looks like. think I'm going to do a pano. I put the 70 to 200 lens on, 70mm vertical orientation. I've levelled my tripod, levelled the camera, and I've checked my exposure all the way around. So what I'm going to do is shoot from the quite a way across on the left hand side of the scene, right the way across onto the right. I'm thinking that I want the mountains to come in kind of on the top of the frame and leave a minimal amount of sky. Always tricky with a panorama to know exactly how the finished image is going to look, but hopefully this will work. Okay, so the sun is about to drop behind the ridge over there, and that means we're going to lose a lot more of the light on this scene. The background is still going to be lit up, but we're going to lose the balance between light and shadow, I think. So, I think we got about the best from this location. I am going to pack up and start the long trek down the mountain, and hopefully I might find something to shoot on the way back down a bit closer to sunset. Yep, you guessed it, no more photos. You could probably tell in that video that the heat and the humidity combined with the exertion had proven to be a little bit too much. And on the way back down, which is downhill pretty much all of the way, I was just exhausted and all I wanted to do was get off of the mountain and get home. So that's what I did. It's probably a fitting way to wrap up a video titled I Hate Summer Photography. Although of course I don't really hate it. It's my least favourite time of year for all of the reasons that I mentioned in this video and demonstrated as well, I guess. Anyway, regardless, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, share it on social media, leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you, and if you're not already a subscriber, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much, and until the next video, bye.